Did they do it just because they knew who it was, or you think they actually watched it?
No, Danny.
You're live.
Danny. Hey,
Hi.
is that thing on?
Or not.
What are those?
Those are cell phones.
Those are cameras.
It's like we have paparazzi.
It is like paparazzi.
Plot twist, it's just Chris.
It's the way I feel every time I take a sip from my beer. Oh.
More to come on that one, but
You said we're not going to dirty this up, there's children.
that was just
No, you shouldn't. He moans. He sounds like a ghost.
She knows. She knows.
It was the creepiest thing I've ever heard. He was just laying there going,
he was laying there. What in the
I
world?
wasn't laying anywhere.
Well,
I was sitting.
He was in a chair that was pretty fun. What's up, everybody?
Hey, we're live
We're
again.
live.
Are you there?
I've got 2 beers and 2 water.
You do have
No
2.
water.
Well, this is my water.
That's my water.
All
I
right.
guess this one's mine then.
Yeah.
Well, hi,
Collection
everybody.
glasses.
We're at Abridged.
Is that
Finally.
It's on, but it's here. But it's
Yeah.
on, not here.
We're finally at the Abridged.
My question is, do you see us there?
Oh, let's find
Because
out.
I need to know our sound
Or is it
quality,
the
and
imposter?
I need you guys to
It's
tell us if we
always
sound
the
okay.
imposters.
Again, I'll start off by saying any music that you hear, including if Alex starts singing, is we're not responsible for it. It's ambient sounds of where we're at, and we're at the Abridged HQ in Cedar Bluff.
We did make it.
Finally.
Finally. We tried to come the first week it opened and we couldn't even get in the door.
And-
It was so busy.
And we've tried to get to an Abridged for 3 years of the podcast. We have never done an episode from either Abridged location.
I mean, our best shot was to hit the food truck. Just
Yeah.
do it from outside the food truck.
Right.
We always found them.
A little blurry on the YouTubes.
On the YouTube, which is this one.
Okay, my phone will.
It's not a competition, Alex.
It is. It's a competition.
And it does not have sound.
You getting no sound?
No.
Turn this mic up.
This is what happens when I try to put my own equipment up at a show. Nothing. Yeah, hitting it on your forehead, I don't think that's it. There's no sound.
Do you have the volume?
Yes. Oh.
So that would be my phone. Is the volume on my?
No, Facebook is your phone.
Oh, I thought that's what you were on. Were you on YouTube?
I'm on both.
Oh.
And we're getting no sound from either of them?
I'm trying to find the video for like the
How's it look on?
Facebook one.
Do we have sound on NBC right now?
No, that's completely down. I was making sure you didn't accidentally go live on your page. That's why we got started early.
Yeah. Technical difficulties. You guys good on beer? Yeah.
Yep.
I'm
And,
slow drinking today.
well, we did just eat a giant plate of waffles.
Well, and I also only had a little bitty beer anyway. Let me know if we got sound.
I've got it all the way up.
If you can hear us, please message us.
Unless they want.
If you can't hear us, you probably won't message us.
Can you check on your phone?
No, yeah.
All right.
This is all we're going to do today for an hour.
Well, at least for the
Sounds
first
like it.
10 minutes.
We started early.
I know, that's what I said, for the first 10 minutes.
Or you can hear us on Facebook.
So it's your laptop.
It must be, yeah.
Well, double check
YouTube.
YouTube.
And I'll check it. I'll keep it on my phone if I have to. But the audio.
Oh,
It probably is still there, is my guess.
Nope.
It probably is still there, is my
That's true.
Okay, so both of those that are here.
those are the imposters. They're actually saying the same thing you're saying. How do they know? aliens.
Oh, it's picking up me recording.
Yeah, that feedback.
It's picking up. I'm so confused, yes.
No, that was the sound was coming from there, so it is coming through this microphone, so
Okay.
they can hear it.
Okay, so I need to monitor.
Go stand at the microtel and see if you can hear it over there, so you don't get feedback.
the microtel.
Go inside and sit at a table and see if you can hear it through your phone. And
Well, I'm gonna restart the audio then, so you guys can hear your intro.
yeah, keep doing that. You stopped the audio?
Yeah, because it was dead air.
No, you're just not hearing it through your laptop. That's the only thing. If it's coming through these, it's coming through that because they're all connected.
Your laptop's probably doing mine.
They're all connected. So.
Sometimes.
Okay, I'll walk away.
All right. Well,
That's one way to get rid of it. All right. Good job.
now we know that this won't go in an R-rated or X-rated direction.
There we go. Should be doing it from the inside.
Right? Should we get that? It'll still come through the audio for everybody else.
I just finished my Toppy Rock.
Oh, so you are drinking the Toppy Rock, which
I
is
was
probably
drinking.
their biggest seller.
Yeah, I was drinking the Toppy Rock. It's gone.
And you have now got...
Now I've got Synchronous. I'm just going down the list.
Synchronous, yeah.
It's a great beer.
It looks delicious. I'm going to probably have that next. I decided to go with something that... There's only one other place you can get this in Knoxville, and it's from the Oak Room, which is their barrel-aged room.
Yeah.
So they do barrel-aged sours at the Oak Room, which is on the other side of town in Happy Holler. But
Which I've still not been to.
I don't remember the name of this. Consequences? Something?
Hold on.
It's pineapple, mango, rum barrel-aged sour.
Natural Consequences.
Natural Consequences. Yeah, rum barrel-aged sour
I just want a rumor of sadness and change because it sounds good.
because it was named after you.
And it's blackberry.
Yeah. Oh, it's fantastic. Their barrel room is one of the best I've ever been to. It's all sours and they're all barrel aged. And you'll get wine barrel aged, you'll get rum barrel aged, tequila barrel aged, mezcal barrel aged. Like they have a full gamut.
I'm gonna give them. They've got great beer names. So they've done a good job.
Oh yeah.
Rye Caramba, that's a good one. We got Captain Crust. Noah stopped her dad.
Which is a Hellas lager.
Desert Canary, Sleight of Hand,
Yeah, the lady.
Sacristy.
Caleb, what are you drinking? You've got lime on yours.
Dawn Lucas. Mexican.
Mexican lager, but it's a Mexican amber lager even.
Pretty good.
Yeah. You've been on a Mexican beer kick lately.
It's summer.
She's been drinking Modelo's. Yeah, but normally, like last summer, you just went lagers in general.
Yeah.
But like the past few beers you've had have
I
all
think
been
it's got
Mexican
like sea salt
lagers.
lime.
I even got a lager the other day.
He did the same one that I got. It's called No Wake Zone out of Orange Hat.
You actually got that one?
Yeah.
I'm proud of you.
Lime and sea salt.
I just wanted the lime.
Just wanted the one.
I was hungry. I had to eat lunch.
Speaking of eating lunch, you can actually eat lunch here.
Oh, good.
And it's beautiful here.
Oh, it's gorgeous. We're actually out on the patio, which is honestly enormous.
Yeah.
Like just on this side, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
And then
8,
you've got a whole section over here.
8 octagonals, and then there's long tables over here.
Say octagonals.
He did say.
And then these are actually bay doors that they can roll up, and there's another seating that's inside, but they can have
It's
these
gorgeous.
bay doors rolled up so you can actually.
It may be the nicest interior of a brewery in Knoxville. Like, I mean, it feels more like a restaurant.
It really
Yeah,
does.
it
It is
definitely
really
feels
nice.
like
And it used to be a
a
restaurant.
yeah, but it feels like a higher scale, like a little bit higher scale than like Applebee's or O'Charlie's. But in a brewery, that's pretty crazy.
I'll tell you, so I ate here last Tuesday, and I got their toasted meatball sub. It's the best
That sounds
meatball sub I've
delicious.
ever had in my life.
Mm.
I might have to get one to go today. It was
To
unbelievable.
take over to your open mic.
It was huge and messy. And
Oof.
they use the same beef in the meatballs that they use in their burgers, which are famous here in Knoxville.
Yeah,
That win
hey.
the best burger of the year almost every year in
Yeah.
Knoxville.
Yeah,
Or anywhere, not just burgers.
if you've heard of anything from Abridged and never had their beer, you at least have their food truck because it's always parked out at Zool. And then you've got Abridged, their original location has a full kitchen, and it's a tiny little kitchen too. It's like
But
cooking
it's-
out of a food truck, and that's of course where they got their start. and everybody's like, the food is so good out at Abridged. And then they did the food truck and drove it around, and now it's permanently locked at Zool. But
You know what's interesting though? They don't do the smash burgers here.
do they not?
No.
Which, you know, I kind of like that. I like that.
Yeah,
they
they've
keep that.
kept it separate.
Yeah.
So if you want the smash burger, you got to go to the food truck or the other location.
Yep.
If you want just the regular burger, you come here.
But the one thing, when we started dating, you had told me to come to Abridged for hot roast nachos.
Oh, yeah.
Ever had those?
It's
Oh,
on
have
it's
you
the
not?
first top corner.
Oh, they have those?
Yes, they have them at both locations except the food truck.
So yeah, I took her out to Abridged,
We did
and
a flight and got those. And, some of the
she was
best
like,
nachos
"What
I've
in the
ever had.
world is going on?" But yeah, they do.
Oh,
With hot roast instead, yeah. And they were soft. Those chips, they're thick chips.
Yeah,
But they've
thick
got such a
salted
good
chips.
crunch to
Well,
them.
the thing I love about those thick chips is they're going to hold up all the toppings that they pack
Yeah.
on top
They
of
really
it. Like
do, 'cause-
you're not going to get floppy chips even at the bottom.
With putting cheese, beans, pico, and queso, that queso's so thick it doesn't, like even going through the chip doesn't make it a super soggy chip. It's
Yeah.
still
I'm about to ASMR this whole podcast. But you know what's cool too though? So they got their appetizers. They got deviled eggs, which I always get some.
You know, Kayla doesn't like hard-boiled eggs in any form.
If they're hot, I'll eat them. I did figure that out.
You don't like them cold?
No,
They do smell.
because when I did,
I love 'em.
even when I did it hot, what was I making? Oh, when I was making potato salad, when I started putting egg into that.
Oh yeah.
And I was getting the hard-boiled egg, but I would get it hot, and I could see that it was a little runny still, like not runny, but kind of liquidy. Not, you know what I'm saying?
No, I don't.
You know when you.
Because when you're hard-boiling an egg, you're
It's
hard-boiling
not
it so
overdone
the
in the
yolk
middle.
is.
Yeah, it's still cooked through, but it looks like it's not gonna. I don't know. I'm not good at egg terminology.
Yeah.
I have to show you color, but I like it hot because it's a hot egg. Egg should be hot. It's,
But you have you had a pickled hard-boiled egg?
ugh. No.
You love pickled everything. Why
Not-
would you not try a pickled egg?
That just no. That sounds like a bellyache.
I think we do a challenge for Kayla on the show sometime where she eats a pickled egg.
You've heard the story of my show where that happened, right?
Eating a pickled egg.
No, I was in Johnson City at this place called Boots and Spurs, and Jenny went with. This was years and years ago. So I'm headlining the show. You guys know Jake James, comedian and radio personality.
Okay.
Great guy. And so Jake's with me, and it was storming real bad. So we get there, it's in the shopping center. I'll shorten this story, but it was pretty
Too late.
So we go in this bar. It's an old like Western steer, so it's huge. And
Okay.
They got like a bull in the corner, and so we walk in. There's five guys sitting at the bar, middle age, 50, 60 year old.
Oh, not the restaurant.
Yeah.
Didn't have a Five Guys in the middle of the place. No. Okay.
So they're there. Nobody else comes in. So these five guys at the bar, and so the woman that owns the bar, she's like, we all decided we want you to perform up on the bar,
Yeah.
like Coyote Ugly. And I was like,
You're like, I don't even have my Daisy Dukes with me, and do I wear a halter top, or is it a bikini one piece up top, or?
I have to do a whole hour on a bar for 5 dudes. It's this really redneck place. So halfway through my show, this guy, and it was Jake's fault, he got this started. Halfway through my show, this guy raises his hand. I'm like, just looking down on him. I'm like, can I help you? He's like, yeah, we're gonna have to take an intermission. I was like, for what? He's like, we're gonna have a pickled egg eating contest. I look down, there's one of those big jars.
It's a gallon jar.
No joke. I look over at Jenny and I'm like, did I get paid yet? She's like, yes. I'm like, so these guys, and Jake's just smiling at me because I knew he had talked him into it while I was on stage because he thought that'd be funny. He's just giving me this grin like I got him doing a pickled. So I literally standing on a bar for 5 dudes watching them eating pickled eggs for like 15 minutes, and I'm just like,
You didn't commentate?
no, I was grossed out. It was really gross.
Yeah, that's just.
Well, Kayla, like her favorite beer is a pickle beer,
Yes.
like Urban Artifacts or
Crafties?
Crafties.
Yeah.
She loves pickle beer.
Yeah.
She will eat. I'll even come in the kitchen. I'll hear her digging in the pickle jar
Why not?
for more pickles.
But not
She
pickled
loves
eggs.
pickles. But then you had the pickled peppers. You had a pickled tomato.
Vegetables.
I'm telling you, We need to have Kayla eat a pickled egg.
I don't think I'd eat it either.
And they're in
I
red. The red and
No, you don't have to get the red ones.
what is the red?
It's just beet juice.
Dinosaur eggs.
It's beet juice instead of just your standard pickle juice, but it's still pickled.
All right, let's move on.
Yeah,
I'm just saying,
this is the only
I
one
think
I've
she
ever
would
seen
eat it.
from Alex.
What I was going to say is they've got meatloaf, pork tenderloin, and trout too. If you don't want a burger or chicken sandwich.
You can do fish.
This is what they look like. They're literally in a red jar. They're like in red.
No, that's
dye.
not all of them. That's just what you've seen, but you
That's
can get.
probably the ones I've eaten at my show.
Probably.
Yeah.
I'm with you now.
But if you like deviled eggs, they're usually even the what they
Don't ruin
they
this.
put pickle
Don't-
juice into the yolks when they make the.
Don't ruin
I'm just
deviled
saying
eggs.
it. Stop.
You want me to do that too?
So we're gonna have a fight. But I don't understand it. You put pickles and pickle juice in a hard-boiled egg and
Yeah.
egg salad. Do you like an egg salad
Oh
sandwich?
God, oh no.
No?
So I would think I can't eat chicken salad or egg salad.
Or tuna salad?
Oh. No, those three are out. Macaroni salad's one of my favorite foods in the world.
But if you
Egg
put any
salad, I
type
love
of protein in it, you're out.
it. Chicken, oh yeah. I won't even eat like a regular salad if they put like chicken strips or anything
Why?
on top. I don't know.
But what's icking you about that?
I don't know. I don't have an answer.
Because
like
they'll
a
eat
chicken
chicken
Caesar
breast.
salad.
Nope, he's out.
A chicken Caesar salad.
Give him a Caesar salad, he's fine. Chicken Caesar salad.
Chicken in it. I can't mix.
But you like fried chicken, right?
I love all kinds of
But
chicken.
if they put
I love grilled chicken.
chopped up fried chicken tenders on your salad, you're
I would
out.
take them out and eat them separately. That's
Is it?
I'm a weird eater too. Like
I mean, you're a
and all
weird.
that. I eat one thing at a time. I go around the.
I used to do that when I was 4. I did. I didn't like my food touching, and I would eat around the plate. I would eat around the plate.
Are you on the spectrum? Are you on the spectrum?
No, we don't have Comcast.
No. Move on. Move on. Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
I'm not
I'm
really
a
picky
weird eater.
either. I don't.
I'm not picky.
Just weird.
Except for
It's
those
just particular about your food.
tuna salad, chicken salad, and what was the other one?
Tuna, chicken, and egg.
Oh,
Fries or
potato salad, love it. Macaroni salad, one of my favorite things.
I love potato salad. Now I love potato
Now,
salad.
when we started dating, she did not like potato
I
salad.
was weird on mustard still. Like, I just, that weird eggy yellow base, always, it just visually did not look
Which is funny because
appetizing.
she still puts mustard on everything.
Now I do. I'm in like hot mustard right now is my jam. Sweet.
So you use that on peanut butter sandwiches?
Not yet. I might.
She might.
That's your jam.
I don't use jam on my peanut. I don't put jelly on my peanut butter
Oh,
sandwich.
you know what I'm going to put on a peanut butter sandwich when I get home today?
That mayo racha? Ew.
No. No. No.
What?
Mango
Oh, hummus.
hummus. So she found a hummus that's a sorbet
Aldi.
hummus. And it's a
Sorry, go.
mango flavor.
They're gonna kick us off.
But it almost has an apple butter
ASMR.
consistency.
I don't.
Do you like apple butter?
Oh yeah.
So that's the consistency, but it's mango flavored. So it's more like a mango butter.
That sounds horrible.
It actually is pretty good, but it's a little sweet for hummus for me.
Yeah, it doesn't really.
Same grainy texture that you get in
Would be good
hummus.
with peanut butter.
Oh yeah. Well, I'll eat peanut butter on anything.
Yeah, put that shit on anything.
I put it on burgers. In fact,
He has put peanut butter on burgers. But
If-
they do that though. They do like the.
oh yeah, if you
peanut
have
butter
an
banana
Elvis
burgers.
burger or something like that, it's a peanut butter and banana burger. But yeah, peanut butter goes on burgers. You just don't realize it.
You don't make this one.
Of course, Bad Bison doesn't think pineapple goes on pizza, and I disagree with that.
That's-
Though I completely agree.
I agree
So
with you, Bad Bison.
here's something that happened this week, and I was completely unaware of it. But apparently, he said he had a discussion with somebody. He's making a Marzen, an Oktoberfest Marzen,
Yeah.
and somebody asked him when he was planning on putting the pumpkin in it, at the beginning or at the end of the beer, and I'm like,
Yeah.
what? They were completely convinced that pumpkin goes in an Oktoberfest.
Oh.
And
That is incorrect.
and of course, I literally was like, if anybody puts pumpkin in their Oktoberfest beer, I'm gonna buy it, look them in the eye, and pour it out in their face.
Yeah.
Like, and he's like, oh yeah, he said that he was gonna put it in. He just spit on the ground and stepped on it real hard.
Yeah.
He's like,
I
yeah,
can't
that's not
wait
gonna
for
happen.
those beers.
But I can't. Now, Bad Bison, they don't believe in pumpkin beers anyway.
Yeah.
I think there's room in the beer community for a pumpkin beer, and from time to time I like a good pumpkin beer.
I got on a
I
pumpkin
don't-
kick years ago.
I don't like pumpkin in general, but a pumpkin beer is okay, and they should happen in the fall season. But a Marzen, an Oktoberfest Marzen, never, ever, 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 ever has hard-boiled eggs. Yes, never in your Oktoberfest. I'm just saying, it's an amber lagerish style beer that it's an Oktoberfest. It's a Marzen. It's called a Marzen. There's no pumpkin in it. Then there's pumpkin beers.
We should just have our own brewery and just make the grossest stuff ever for beers. Like have a pumpkin beer and just drop a hard boiled pickled egg in it, and they have people just.
Do
You
you
drink out of
do
the-
you
you drink out of the
do you understand how sales work, Alex? Do you
He's a
do you understand how you pay for a brewery? Like you have to sell something,
But
and people have to buy it.
you know
Tomato,
what? But
tomato.
you know what? This is gonna make me famous.
Oh,
And I bought this. Oh, sorry, no. I didn't buy cake. I bought this.
wait for our upcoming YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Again.
That's a teaser for what's coming.
Yeah, we've got some pretty funny stuff we've been working on,
But
and
we've also got some great stuff. You are nominated.
You were.
so
Yeah.
yes, so there is a competition for the best of Knoxville that's going on.
It's not the Knox Fest,
Um,
but it's another voting thing like that.
Yeah.
It's a new one.
You can see it on our page. I put it up there. Voting started today. It does have my name at the front of it, but here's the thing: it's radio personality
He
slash
He
show.
says he put our names on it. I don't believe it.
Well, they were put in there. I promise you.
We
But
put Chris Travis, C. Travis.
no, I just have more. I just have more email addresses to nominate.
Chris Travis's wife, Chris Travis's
Yeah,
best friend.
yeah, that's what it is. But it
Yeah.
really is. It's the podcast that's up to win this. It is Chris Travis Waking Up in a Brewery podcast. All of that is in there, and I'm the only one technically nominated. But our podcast, it's the only podcast that's even nominated. Everybody else is like Gunner from WIVK. The Mark and Kim
Mark and
show is
yeah, we're
on
gonna
there.
get Mark and Kim show.
What a joke.
Yeah, I mean,
Not him. They're great.
Yeah, they're great. But yeah.
what? Wait,
No,
we're the joke?
No, it's
Kayla's like, what is it? Not them.
it's just
Us
very,
being in it.
It's very unique
It-
lineup.
It's actually, it's humbling to be in that running with those shows because we're the only Knoxville podcast, and there's several podcasts. We're the only podcast that is even in the running for this. That we
Yeah.
actually got enough votes to be in the running
That's what
with those
kind of I'm
guys.
saying is there was actually more than just you putting our name in. Somebody
Yeah,
else
no,
was
other
putting
people
it
had
in.
to vote, and you had to fall into the top 5 of votes or nominations to
when
be in the
When I
category.
saw the top 5 that we were there, I was like, what? How?
Yeah.
I was like, okay, let's win
It
this.
almost made me feel like those movies where they take the girl that they nominated for prom queen and it's like the big nerd girl.
Is it going to be a Carrie
You know-
moment?
And they throw,
Is
like,
that
a
what it's going to be?
blood on her?
They're going to throw pig blood on
Yeah.
us at the awards ceremony.
What we should do is get booked on all the other shows and go on and tell them that we're promoting something else, and as soon as they put us live on air, we're going to be like, vote for us!
Well,
You guys suck, see ya!
here's the thing. No, that's funny. But honestly, any vote for our podcast is a vote for podcast.
It
Like I
is,
said,
just
we're
in
the
general.
only podcast in Knoxville that's on there. And if you guys are listening to podcasts, whether it's ours, whether it's Knox Brew Hubs, whether it's Figure Bang, whether it's Danny Whitson's Abracadabra, like these are all podcasts that are going on in Knoxville.
It's a game
We're
changer.
honored to be in that, but if you vote for us, you're voting for all podcasts. Even if we don't win, I think it sends a message to the whole competition that we need a podcast category. We need a comedian category. Alex, there's not even a comedian
I
category.
emailed them.
About having a comedian category?
No, just about him
Oh.
not
Just
being
like-
in there at all. Like somebody should have recognized
No.
it. I'm just kidding.
No, I did say, I was like, comedy's one of the hottest things in the world right
Yeah.
now. And you've got all these music categories and all kinds of
Yeah.
artists except for comedy. I was like, Knoxville's one of the top comedy cities in the country right now.
Yeah.
But we also are in for the Knox Comedy Film Fest too.
We are.
We are
That's the other
actually
big
going
news.
to be there.
Yep.
We made it to the
We
finals.
made it.
So yeah,
And we filmed it the day before the deadline.
that's
Yeah.
honestly what's crazy about being in the film fest. Alex came up with an idea.
It's a great
We
idea.
we started collaborating on how we put this together, how we shoot this, and we went out on one day and said, "All right, here's the idea," and we kind of very loosely storyboarded it,
Yeah.
and then we drove around and shot this thing. So
We had a piece of paper, it was like with arrows, like, do this.
This is
we're gonna go here, and it's literally stick figures.
I don't even know where
These
that
two
paper
people are
went.
here.
We
We
need to
should've
keep it
framed it, yeah.
Well, and at the
Probably gonna throw it
end,
away
by
for
the
the
end,
bars.
we had so much beer from going to each of the breweries to shoot this
Well-
that all of us weren't at the top of our game.
We started when we went to our first location because I want people to watch it before
Yes.
we start talking. We went to our first location, and their happy hour was the biggest beer they had to start.
Where did we start?
I'll just say it. We
Oh
started
no,
Double
yeah,
Dogs.
we did start at
Oh,
But
yeah,
we
Double
Double
Dogs.
We literally
That's right.
had
They had
those,
the what,
giant-
32 ounce.
Yeah. We started.
Pours.
I guess we can thank all the places. We did Double Dogs,
Yes.
Orange Hat, Zool, the new Zool out,
Yeah.
out west,
Hardin Valley Zool.
and then Crafty Bastard West.
And
Yeah.
they were all very accommodating.
Yeah.
Let us be fools. And that's where you saw our picture on the page of the Double Trouble Spider-Man shot.
Oh, yeah.
It was
the
so.
worst
I
shows
will
of
say
my
that was
life.
probably the most likes and comments we've had on a picture
It's
in
so
our entire
funny.
existence on the page.
That was scary.
It was hilarious.
It is a hilarious picture.
Oh, Jenny, I don't think she liked it.
Probably
Yeah,
not.
she probably.
I don't think I can pull that look off like you can. It
I-
doesn't
I
look
don't
good
think
on
you-
me.
I don't know that I pull that look off.
No,
I
it's
just
just
do it
It's
anyway.
assumed that you would pull it off.
It does not look good on me at all.
But we had a great day with it. We got it done.
Yeah.
And
On phones.
Yeah, it's literally just shot on.
Most of the films in this are going to be professional.
and we did it.
Yeah,
with
filmmakers.
we did it on the very camera that you see right now on YouTube.
Yes.
Is the same camera we used to shoot
I promise
our
the
entire
one that's
film.
actually going in and out, it did work very well.
Is it
with-
going in and out?
Well, no, when in the beginning it was.
Oh.
Yeah.
But yeah, that one we actually shot our entire film on.
Yeah.
And apparently there was a lot of entries, but they could only accept so many entries, and so they did the committee reviewed to see which ones were funny enough to even make it into the competition.
Yeah, there's
And-
two separate voting things. So there's a committee that votes on which ones get
Get
to the finals.
to the
And
finals.
then they've got separate celebrity judges.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Two of which are comedians, and the third one is Silk Kozart from
Yeah.
White Man Can't Jump, and all kinds of other stuff.
Nice.
Conspiracy theory.
Silk's
Yeah.
a great guy, yeah.
Yeah. Very excited to see what that day will be.
Yeah, I'm
On
just-
August 12th at the Knox Cinema.
Yes,
Yeah, Central Cinema.
Central Cinema in
Yeah.
Happy
I'm excited
Hollow.
just to see it up on a big screen. Like, we'll be sitting there, and then it comes up and it says the switch.
Yeah.
And I'm going to get so nervous, be like, oh gosh.
You're
It's-
gonna go up and be like, I need a smoke break. I'm not
So
watching.
so I've
I do get nervous.
been at one of these before. I entered the 54 Film Fest years ago, and we got into it. But in that category, it's all right. You show up. We're going to give you the genre that you're filming in.
Yeah.
You don't get to pick a genre. Here is a film genre that you have to shoot in. You get to come up.
That's when you had me watch on our way to Tazewell
Yes.
that night.
And you have 54 hours to come up with the
You
idea.
showed him the video?
Get your actors. It's on YouTube. Get your actors. Get the story together, and you start shooting, filming, editing, everything within 54 hours. It has to be submitted.
Yeah.
And then in the middle of it, they send you what is called the screwball.
Yeah.
And it's we're going to send you something that you have to fit into your script for
Oh, I thought
bonus
you were the
points.
screwball.
No, I.
They did find a way-
Thanks.
yeah.
But it's funny because the screwball is the same for everybody, regardless of your genre.
So-
And you had to get in a guy, I think it's Tony the tow truck driver.
Yeah.
You have to get him into your script somehow.
Yeah.
And so it didn't matter what. We had historical fiction as our category.
You would have done great with that. Oh, your book knowledge.
Yeah, but you had to come up with costumes
I don't
and everything.
I don't
We had
actually
to,
read.
we had to figure out costumes, and so me and the guy that was doing it were like, okay, well, we've got some World War II clothing and a musket rifle, and it was just out of my regular closet because I was living back then. I'm just kidding. I'm not as old as the Civil War.
I was living, so I had a closet.
Living back then in the Civil War. But no, that's not true. We had to literally change gears and figure out what we were going to do, and so that was crazy. And then also try to get in Screwball for any extra points we could get. But it's really cool being in the cinema and seeing something that you made, even if you're a horrible actor, Alex. Seeing something that you made and it's up on a big cinematic screen. It's pretty cool.
I am really bad at it.
I made a fake version of Blair Witch Project when I was about 9.
Yes, I love the storytelling.
It's on a Barbie tape somewhere. I don't know where it's
Barbie
at.
tape?
I had a Barbie video camera that went to a Barbie videotape, and it was the first time I'd watched Blair Witch Project, and I had taken the camera. And you remember the scene where she's running through the woods and she's crying and she's got the camera up to her face?
Snot.
Yes, well, it is not because she's crying, but I, in my parents' front yard, was running around in all the leaves with this camera like on my face, crying and screaming, but I wasn't crying, but I was trying to get the snot to come out of my nose, so I would pause and like blow my nose into the camera, and it was just, it's on a tape somewhere, and I wish I could
It
find
is still in
It
existence.
would be a great TikTok.
Oh, it'd be hysterical.
Yeah.
It would.
I've got videos from. So my dad, I don't know if my dad wants me to tell this. My dad and his best friend, when I was a little kid, like 5 or 6, and so my dad had a skating rink in Oak Ridge. They made all these videos that's back on beta, and they were hilarious, like commercials. So my friends and I find these when we're in high school, and it inspired us. Now we're doing them on VHS, and we start making commercials and all this stuff, but. All my friends, though, have pretty important jobs in the community now, and so they're like,
do not release
they're like,
that.
where are the tapes? I was like, I've got them. They're like, where are they? And I'm like, don't worry, they're in the storage unit. I swear, though, I could literally take those tapes, pop them in, and do my phone on the TV, record them, and they would go TikTok viral, like,
How
So-
funny.
insane.
I never did any acting on camera because we were too poor to have cameras. But you remember those little cassette players that have the built-in speaker and you got the little handle that slides out on it and you push the two buttons at the same time and record. So I used to read my Robin Hood and King Arthur books in my room, but I would read them and then I'd gaff sounds on it. Like if there were bows and arrows, it'd be like twang, twang. I'd make, because it was written in there.
I hope those don't exist.
I was 7 years old and they don't exist, but I would make those sounds, and if people would get hit, I'd slap my dad and it found like
you
the
didn't do them on your
bodies,
Barbie
but-
recorder too?
I didn't do them on my Barbie recorder, but I did cook all of the food for the cast on my
Did you have a kitchen too?
my Easy Bake Oven. So
I had the whole kitchen, the little type kitchen when I was.
oh, my daughter still got that.
I got rid of that. I
Well,
didn't get rid of it.
it's actually in our
I
back
really
room.
did have one of those when I was little.
Well,
We really do still have it. It'll give you nostalgia if you come over and you can.
You can find all the Play-Doh and gum she hides in. So I took it away.
Play-Doh doesn't taste as good as you would think it would.
Oh, she doesn't think
No,
that.
you're completely wrong. Play-Doh and chalk are two of the most
It's
fantastic
like-
delicacies.
It's like Thanksgiving every day
Yeah.
for her when she gets a hold of that stuff.
Interesting.
Oh, yeah.
All right, I'm doing a beer run.
Okay, well, she's coming.
Oh, she's coming.
I want a fun shot.
You're wanting a what?
Fun shot. Oh my gosh! I just saw their dessert.
Strawberry cream brulee.
Creme brulee is like my favorite.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
And they have a strawberry.
I do want something, but I can't see the beer menu from
I'm gonna get a fun shot.
Sunshine.
Funshine, Funshine, Funshine.
I'm just running down the list.
I'm gonna do the helicopter, Dad.
You just want you like that name?
I do.
We
I
are
like
actually out of the sunshine.
Okay.
Joe!
It looks like we've got the Cohen Luke again, which is a cold IPA.
Yeah, let's do that. I'll try that. Thank you.
What is a Texas lager?
It's kind of sweet.
But similar to like a Mexican lager-ish, or
The color's a little bit more red and like a little sweeter.
I've never had one, so let's
You've gotta
do the
try
Desert Canary.
Are there a lot of canaries in Texas?
Thank you.
You're
Yeah,
gonna-
okay.
Just in the mines.
Yeah, the helicopter, Dad. That was what I'm gonna do. Yeah.
All right. And And then I can take these empties away too.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
She's been great to us, by the way, since we've been here.
Oh,
Great
yeah, the staff's
service.
been awesome
Yeah.
already.
Oh,
It's,
she's
yeah. Now,
she's
on the
checking on us.
weekends,
Yeah.
this place is packed.
Oh yeah. Honestly, after 4 o'clock, it's probably going to get
But
packed.
anything Abridged does is just fantastic. They have
Yeah.
been great. If you are watching live or any, if you watch this post, Alex does have open mic tonight at Crafty Bastard West.
Crafty Bastard West. Yeah.
Starts at 7.
This is your second
Seven.
one out there.
Second time, yeah. We had, I think, what, 8 last
Oh,
time?
you didn't do it
Yeah.
on 4th of July, did you?
No, that's when I was at the country club.
Oh, yes. Oh, the infamous story you all keep saying that he's not talked about yet on there.
But yeah, we had 8 people at the last open mic. So
And
we're
it's
going to try
a
to
good
do it
turnout.
every 2 weeks.
Every
And,
2 weeks?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the plan right now. And if it keeps building, then we'll keep going.
And then we're also doing comedy Thursday at Orange Hat.
At Orange Hat Room.
Back to OHB.
We've got a great lineup too. It's you'll be hosting.
Yep.
And we got Robbie Sands again and Paul PG Cohen.
Great
Yeah.
little lineup.
A lot of you, most of you, have not seen Robbie.
No, Robbie's
Like he
really
performed
good. A hidden
at
gem.
Schultzbrow at the end of the class,
yeah
and then he went on.
On a road trip with
Road
us.
trip
to
with us.
West Virginia.
He was on
And-
a podcast episode.
He was on a podcast when we were at Hexagon, and
We had the strawberry penis one. Right? It was strawberry Venus. Or
Strawberry Venus.
Yeah.
Yes,
You just wanted to say that.
she had
You're
to.
trying so
There are
hard,
children
no
out
pun
here.
intended. And
I said,
And then he also performed when we were in Tazewell.
then he also
Or was
did
it not Tazewell?
he did Creekside for me
Oh, that's right.
last week.
did
or
he
2
go to
weeks.
Tazewell?
Yeah, not Tazewell.
West
Bulls
Virginia.
Gap.
Oh, Bulls
No,
Gap.
in Bulls Gap.
Sorry, Robbie. You're forgotten.
Where were we? Oh, Sevierville.
Yeah, it was Sevierville. It was
Oh,
the
the
gym bar. Yeah, the gym bar.
So yeah, we're grooming him. Then PG.
Did you say grooming him?
Like grooming him. That's how
Grooming to be a comedian.
Yeah, let's finish that statement. We are. I'm not doing
No, we
anything.
comb his hair. We comb his hair and everything.
Well, you do a great job. He is very cleaned up and
Yeah, I know. Chris shaved his beard in the back seat on the way to West Virginia.
Correct. Yes.
well running off the road.
Hey, when we groom people, we don't.
Oh, thank you.
And your desert canary.
Why are you getting all the big beers, Kayla? Calm down.
Thank you so
And the
much.
Cohen Luke.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Calm down.
I got the cool
Look at this.
Is that Waffle House?
Kayla is just all about some big beer today.
I was at the Waffle House at 1 o'clock in the morning last night.
Not too far apart we were.
Nope.
We had a wonderful lunch with my grandmother. I had today off.
You took her to the Waffle House?
No, she took
I
us.
know.
Oh, okay.
It was her idea.
That makes more sense.
Yeah, no. My Nana offered.
Texas lager. I'm interested.
Oh.
It is. It is
It's
a little bit
yeah,
darker
they're-
than your Mexican lager, so it's more of an amber
It's
lager.
darker than mine.
Well, it's always going to be darker than yours unless you're drinking a stout, because that's the only dark beer you'll generally drink.
Did you see that Zool had a coffee porter?
I heard, yeah.
I want to try
I
it.
told Jenny she's going to be, when she gets back in town.
Oh, you.
Did you just ASMR that?
I think he did a little
I-
himself
What was
though.
that? Yeah, he moaned it himself. Oh.
It's actually, so it is substantially maltier than even your amber lager, but it's pretty smooth. It's almost a amber lager, but I don't know.
Solid.
Yeah, it's definitely a different taste of beer, but it's also clear, almost like a lager. I mean, it's
I want to shout them out again. I thought about
Who them?
Abridged.
Yeah.
We've sat down. They've been great on the quick service.
Oh, yeah.
But it's still like the lunchtime, I guess, when we got here.
Yep.
But these people some people got here before, like after us, but they got their food in the middle.
Oh, yeah. It's,
Their time of turnaround to get their food out is
Yeah.
they're on top of
well,
it.
they've always been great at service since they first opened,
Yeah.
which was even before I met Kayla. They've always been, which is of course allows them to open a second location.
Just trying to block me now.
Sorry. Will you just get that? Thank you.
Upstage in his camera.
Just showing you what a bigger beer I had. Even though he's 3 ahead of me. It's not a race.
It's not a race.
I actually would like to talk about this. We're kind of shouting out businesses. You've seen us post the last couple days about it. Chris and I got to check out the local Smoky
Yes.
that opened off towards the old city, kind of where Marble City Market is. off Gay Street, off of Central, all that good stuff, off of Fifth. I don't even know what the business was before, but it's across the street. It's next to the mill and mine.
I can't wait to go.
Caddy corner behind Taco Taco.
And there's a salsa bar behind it too, or a dance club or something like
Yeah.
that. Not even salsa bar, not salsa chips and salsa, but yeah, it's like a dance.
You dance and eat chips. That's the whole bar.
I've seen a lot of people doing that around here. They bring those salsa dancing
Salsa
classes.
dancing.
Oh, yeah.
It seems like a lot, and they do well with it.
The other great thing about this, I mean, first of all, the inside of this place is probably about as big as Highwire. If you've been to Highwire out on South Shore, it is an enormous spot. And then there's so much parking. So there's free parking. There's 2 huge parking lots that are under the bridge behind the establishment. So there's lots of parking out there. You can come in and park. They've got 5 pool tables. They've got 2 cornhole sets. They've got giant Jenga. They've got a full domestic and import and craft beer line.
They do seltzers, they do a couple bottle beers.
Yep, and they're about to do liquor. Like they've got a whole island bar that's enormous that they're gonna have fill up with liquor and be pouring cocktails.
Honestly, we walked in and we took it on a gamble because we had gone to Zool, ran into some people we knew there, and we're like, well, we're gonna change venues because we had originally wanted to go listen to music somewhere else, and we were like, let's stay close by. We took a gamble and we had a feeling it was going to be a very college bar, just from the name, the look. And you kind of walked in and you almost felt it, but once you actually experience from the time of getting your beer to getting back to a table and the interaction with the owners and the guests, the college idea went out the window.
Really?
Now, during games, we 100%, this will be the place to go after a football game, after a basketball, after the baseball game.
Well, I'll tell you this, and once they get the stadium built down there, you're going to have the Tennessee Smokies.
And the local smoke.
Right in downtown. But this is going to be the place to go after a Smokies baseball game.
It's walking distance
because
from
it's the local Smokies.
Yeah.
And so they actually have a former UT Vol, ladies Vol basketball player. She works there from time to time. She was also in the WNBA. Alexis Hornbuckle. She is one of the bartenders out there. She's super sweet. Well, when I saw her, I was like, I know her from somewhere. And then the musician, Aaron Carter, who played that night, he posted a picture with him and Alexis and said, Alexis Hornbuckle. I was like, that's who it is. And then, of course, that's when I hit you up about it. I was like, do you know who Alexis Hornbuckle is? But she was super sweet. The owners, we've got to meet 2 of the owners out there, and they're fantastic guys. Excited. Brantley and Michael.
They are brother and brother-in-law.
Yep.
Brother-in-law and I guess vice versa then.
They're both brother-in-laws. Yes. They've got a nice stage out there for musicians, for live music. They, of course, we're going to try to get Alex out there.
My brother-in-law, but if you flip it, I'm your sister.
Well,
and your mom.
Kayla's a little confused because we watched Johnny Knoxville's new prank show last night.
Oh my god!
And one of the pranks they did
called
is
the prank panel or something.
Yeah. One of the pranks they did is this guy that does weddings.
He's a minister.
Him and his wife have a business together where they both do weddings, but she has now decided that she does weddings better than him.
And takes his material, so he wanted to prank her.
And so he pranks her by having her marry a brother to his sister.
But doesn't know it until the end.
And she doesn't know it until the end, and they arrest him, and they bring him in handcuffs. This poor she's a little Filipino girl, and she is about to fall on her knees, begging them not to arrest her husband. It's so funny.
Johnny Knoxville, Andre something, I can't think of his name.
The Giant?
Not the Giant.
Yeah, he's dead.
Not the dead one.
And Aaron Carter.
Yeah, not the dead ones. And then the girl who played Precious, Gabrielle something. Either way,
Gabrielle
I can't
Sidibe.
Okay, so they panel
How
up.
do you know this?
He's IMDb. But
he is IMDb.
He is a walking IMDb.
I think he is actually
He
IMDb.
is the app. He is the AI version of the app.
Well, we already determined, me and Robbie already determined he is AI.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like anytime you type a question in AI, it's only
It's
just
the
Chris
answer.
going, here's your answer. And that's why when you type my name in, it says, we do not know who you are.
Inke.
We do not exist.
But so they line. It's a panel of them, and people go up and kind of pitch their stories of why they want to prank these people.
And the prank that they want to do. That's the other
And
thing.
his
Is you
was-
you can't go on there and just say, I want you guys to come up with a prank for this person.
His was
You have to come
basically-
up with an idea prank.
He came up to me and said, I just want to prank my wife, and I want her to marry like a wife and a lady and a goat. And they were like, we can do better than that. Let's
Yeah.
try it. And so they figured out that plan. And so it was pretty much she was just hired on the spot, didn't meet them before. And she goes through all these things. Like, she meets them, and they keep making these innuendos of, like, we've known each other our whole lives, and
Yeah.
we're so grateful.
Even their wedding vows
We
are
used to
literally
sneak in
like,
each
you
other's
remember?
rooms. Our parents used to lock
And make
the
out.
doors and make out. And then it gets to the end, and like and they brought in guests that were not a part of it either.
Yeah.
That they just were hired as
Hired
actors.
fake family
But they're
members.
but they didn't know the prank was going on. So
Oh.
these two guys are in the back watching these people confess their
There was
love,
even some
admitting their
workers
brother
at
and
the
sister,
venue.
and they're like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Yeah.
And it was really funny, but I don't even know where we got it.
Yeah, it's on Hulu. You guys can go watch it, but it's a funny show. We got into that because Johnny Knoxville's brother writes a song about you're my
sister wife and my
you're
my
my sister
brother-in-law.
wife and I'm your brother husband.
yeah.
And he has a whole song written about
Oh, really?
it. It's so funny.
Oh, we were talking about the local smoke. Oh, brother.
Yes,
brother, that's
she
what it
couldn't
is.
figure it out, brother.
But this place
and
is great.
brother-in-law.
The beer, I will say, I don't want to throw anybody under the bus. They have, for what you get, the prices are fantastic.
It's
The food is
inexpensive.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yes, it is the budget for anybody in this area.
But you're not getting just bad beers. Like
even comedians.
yeah, there's
it's
Bud Light,
comedian
Coors
beer
Light,
money.
there's Yingling, there's PBR,
They have Lagunitas.
all on tap. Lagunitas IPA, but
They
they
have
also
Guinness.
have 3 ciders. They have Guinness on tap.
He didn't get one.
I did.
not even
I
one
sat
guy.
there and drank some Yinglings, and it was nice. But both of them were super refreshing. But there is a
Show's
whole
over.
there's a whole line of beers that you can get even currently right now that even if you like craft beer, they had Yeehaw's Dunkel and they had the Lagunitas IPA, and so you can get craft beers there
Yeah.
that are kind of mainstream craft beers, but you can also get domestic. There's something there for everybody. And then, they're, like I said, they're going to be doing a liquor bar as well.
Yeah.
And there's music and there's games. And
It was awesome.
and the food, we had a pizza. Build your own pizza. You can find a picture of that on our page as well. We made a buffalo
You
chicken
build it at the
pizza.
table, like,
Well, no, we tell them what we want. But
It's
you
like a
get to
Papa
pick the
Murphy's
sauce.
chicken bake.
You can pick
Yeah.
the sauce. You can pick as many meats as you want. You can
Yeah.
pick as many vegetables as you want.
Yeah.
And they go back and build it, and they brought it out, and it's thin crust, wood fire pizza.
You can bring kids.
Yeah, they've got a kids menu.
And appetizers, which they're changing that. They're going to be updating and doing like specials for the month and that kind of
Yeah,
thing.
they do wings.
Didn't know if you could put kids on the pizza, because we were talking about building your own pizza. You're like, you can bring kids.
Yeah, yeah, you have to bring your own protein.
No joke though. So they're
Oh,
their
so they
rest-
really did make a kids
They
pizza.
did not
Oh.
do that. They're
But they did make, well, they made a kids pizza, but not a kid
So
flavored
they need
pizza.
multiple kids.
It's not a kid flavored pizza.
restrooms are very clean. They have a sink though.
Oh, Kayla
So
is tore up
I've
about
had to
the
help 3 people figure the sink out because I was in there for 10 minutes trying to figure it out. And it has the sensor. It
Yeah.
does. So it's automatic. You shouldn't have to touch anything. But there's a nozzle. So this is the sink.
Knob.
There's a knob though that you would have to turn to get the sensor to work, and then you turn it off to turn the sensor off if it wasn't running.
It's complicated.
It is fairly complicated
It's
because
really
you have
not.
no idea. But when you first walk into it, you don't know which way it needs to go to turn the sensor on. So you're trying to figure that out, and then you would turn it, and the sensor wouldn't come back on. It wouldn't. It would not
Wouldn't
detect you.
recognize your
And
hands.
then you'd be back and forth trying to
It's weird.
figure it out. And I finally got it, but no joke. Every time I'd get in that bathroom, and there's another lady in there, they would have the same issue. And I'm like, you've got to do this.
Did you get
this.
tips?
No, not yet. Next time though.
No, but she also didn't stand there holding out her hand like she's supposed to. So
You
she
should.
hasn't been properly trained.
Next time, go in there with the whole basket of like.
It's
deodorant
got
all
mints
the-
and
everything.
flavors.
Should.
You just
Sitting
work there now.
Yes. Your bathroom attendant.
Do you remember when they used to do that at the alley?
Oh yeah.
Did you ever go to the alley?
I was too young for the alley. That's
didn't
the one
know.
across from the Chili's.
Well, they did it.
Yeah, which
yeah.
is the whole building is gone
Well, the
now.
one that's
But it
been
was
the alley and
docks.
then docks.
Yeah.
And all
Well,
these
it was
other
docks.
names.
And it was something else before
Yeah.
docks. You guys can make a comment in the comments
Like
and let
Ray's
us
or
know.
something
But
like that. At one point.
I think I can't remember if it was Ray's first and then docks, or if it was docks and then Ray's. But it finished as the alley.
Yeah.
But they had this bathroom, and they had a bathroom attendant that would stay in there, and he had perfumes he would spray you with. He had mints. He had
Brute.
paper towels, like he'd hand them to you for you to dry. But if you get the spray, you need to tip the guy, and he would actually stand there with his little white gloves.
Before the alley.
So it was Doc's before Ray's.
Yes.
So it was Doc's, Ray's, then the alley.
Yeah, I never got to go there. I feel like I'm not missing much.
It was an interesting venue. It's
Yeah.
they had some problems with security there,
Yeah.
and your clientele would change. Like right about 10 o'clock, your entire clientele would change. So, and that was always difficult for them to get used to. And then people that had never been there. But it was really a great sized club. Yeah, they did karaoke. Of course, that's why I would go there. And then my friend DJ Patrick, he was DJing out there quite a bit.
Oh no, I take that back. It was Ray's transformed into family-friendly dogs, and then it was.
That's what we said.
Yeah,
Ray's, then Doc's, then the alley.
Yes, I thought it was vice versa.
Nope, we got it. But yeah, the building is completely gone now.
Apparently,
Is
it
it
was
really?
also known
I didn't
Yeah.
even know that.
Yeah,
Is
they've
it
bulldozed
4 Mile
the entire
Tavern
thing.
too?
I don't remember that.
What was it? What did you say?
4 Mile,
4 Mile Tavern? Must have been
Remember that.
before Ray's.
Hmm.
Yeah, it went through several businesses,
Yeah.
but it was right there across from Chili's. You can see an empty lot there across from Chili's next to the car wash.
I haven't been down that way in a while.
But yes, go check out local smoke.
Yeah, please do. Because they're
College is
great.
going to be crazy. I'm hands
Oh, yeah.
I'm set. That is
It's
going to be
we went
impossible to
so
build.
we went the first night just to check it out because we love checking out somewhere new. And Kayla's like, oh well, there's this new place right down here. Let's go. So we went down there, had a great time, had some great beers, and then they were doing the UFC the next night. And Michael said, we'll probably charge a $5 cover, and we're like, $5 cover to go see UFC, like main card. We went and watched UFC 290. We're like, yeah, we can do that. $5 is about. And then they ended up dropping the cover completely, and we went out there
That's
and
cool.
Stayed all
and
night.
watched UFC, and they had a decent crowd. There was still plenty of room for other people, so obviously not everybody has found them yet. But a UFC where you could actually get seating all the way up to the main card time, and it was great. There's TVs everywhere. There's not a bad place to sit in that entire establishment.
Except the bathroom. There's no TV in the bathroom.
Yeah, but you can still sit there. It's still a great place to sit. I just said there's no bad place to sit. I didn't say.
Yeah, that's
Fair.
But no, they do have TVs everywhere. Whether you're playing pool or whatever, you can still see a TV and watch a fight and play pool, or drink and play pool.
So, are you think you're going to tell your story from last Tuesday at one of your shows?
Are we going to talk about the country club?
I'm gonna well, I don't know. I'm gonna tell the story Thursday night on stage at Orange Hat.
You are going to do that. So, come out to
Okay.
Orange Hat. If you really want to hear the
Yes.
story, please. It's
Yeah.
a good one.
It's actually dumbfounding, but
It
yes,
is.
It
it's
is
good.
dumb.
It doesn't seem real, but every bit of it is
It was-
100%.
Well, there's also some other developments that I'm not sure you even know about.
Yeah, it turns out I found this out 2 days ago that there were no complaints at all.
You told me this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If that says anything. Yeah. But come out Thursday to Orange Hat. What time does it start?
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
On Thursday. Get over it.
Yeah.
Talk to myself.
I will be that. I will probably open the whole show. The show with.
They're trying to stop you from talking about it.
See, every time I try to tell the story, sirens.
It's like Scientology. Yeah, what if they just broke down right there in the middle of the road?
That'd be my car.
So another shout out to our first responders.
Yeah.
We love them here in Knoxville, and
That was a tough job getting through that intersection.
well, it
It's
always is
impressive.
because the
People
traffic
still
in
know.
Knoxville is stupid.
And people don't still know to pull over.
They don't.
They don't know.
They think, well, either I'm going to stop just in the middle of where I'm at instead of pulling
Yes.
to the right, or I'm going to keep going. I'm going to race
Yeah.
it. This is a race. I'm going to win.
Well, I'll be honest with you. If I'm in front of them and they're not coming up on me, I tend to go a little bit faster to try to get to the next intersection
Yes.
before they do, because they may just turn off and I may not have to slow
Yeah.
down. I do that. But we've got people who, like you said, will stop right in the middle of the road. They don't pull up
So
the
they
side,
can't
they
even
just
like
stop.
weave. Yeah, no. They can't do anything.
I think they should be able to just run them over.
Like Grand Theft Auto it.
Right, they should have like a train cow plow
Yes.
on the front of fire trucks that just.
Do you ever, like, you'll be on TikTok and you'll be just like scrolling through and Would it be one of those simulation, that game where it's the cars at different miles per hour?
I love those
You
so
can't stop watching it. It's like
much.
It's like it'd be like a ball and chain swinging. It's like 5 miles an hour, and it shows what it would do to a car, and then it gets all the way up to 300 miles an hour.
This must only show up if you follow Cherry Crush TV.
I was watching that
I've
before Cherry
never
Crush.
seen
No,
that.
I've
And
been-
some people
No, that
commentate
doesn't
it.
surprise me because
yeah.
some of the TikToks
actually
I hear come
satisfying
out of
to
your
watch.
phone.
It
Because
is-
they'll do it at like 30,
Yeah.
60, and then they get up to like 300 miles an hour.
Yeah,
It's
it'd
just
be-
like,
It'll be like a big ball, and it shows the car is like 5 miles an hour, and it goes, shows what would happen to the car. And it eventually gets up to like 250 miles an hour, and just
It really is insane to see, even at 30 miles an hour, the damage that can be done. You
Oh,
don't think
yeah.
30 miles an hour hitting anything is going to be that much. And then I start thinking, there's
Ben Mooney and Matthew Eckert are watching.
Awesome.
Matt I've said hi to. He did
What's
say
up, Matt?
well, you didn't
And-
tell
and
us.
Ben-
No, he chimed in that he could hear us.
Okay.
I
I
said
haven't
hi.
heard from Ben in forever.
We actually saw the axe throwing at the Maribel thing. We didn't see him.
Yeah, he was there. When we did Hops in the
Well,
Hills,
how's it
they
going,
had
Ben?
his axe throwing, but Ben wasn't there. But it's always good to see you guys. We miss you guys.
Yeah.
Love hanging out. But I was saying, I start thinking, I've seen cars hit things at 30 miles an hour, and it's amazing the amount of damage. And then I start thinking that Bill Superfoot Wallace, and other martial arts, but Bill Superfoot Wallace comes to mind first. He's known as the fastest kick in martial arts.
Oh,
He kicks at 70 miles per hour. And when you think of a car hitting something at 30, can you imagine running into anything at 30? And this guy kicks you in your head at 70.
Yeah, that hurt.
Yeah, that's insane to even think about it,
They
the
should call him-
damage that
They
happens.
should call him Superfoot.
Well, he's dead now, so they don't call him anything, but
Him and Aaron Carter.
him and Aaron Carter
not the devil.
and Andre the Giant.
3 people died on our show today.
Oh.
Not the devil.
Oh, some other excitement. So we got inspired because since we got into the Knox Comedy Film Festival, we were like, hey, we need to do more of this.
Yeah.
So we're filming all kinds of crazy stuff.
Yeah, we've actually got some pretty funny things that are coming out. We've actually started recording some of them, and we're writing more ideas because it's just funny and dumb,
It's
but
bad.
it's going to be hysterical, and you guys are going to get to see all that.
Actually, I do want to shout something out
Nobody
to one
moaned.
of our viewers. Matthew, congratulations on being a grandpa.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I haven't
Congratulations.
got to see you since. Congrats to you and Carrie and of course your family for.
You guys should
bringing
come
in
out
the
to
baby.
Crafty tonight. Crafty West.
Oh, Berg's chimed in. If he speeds his leg up to 88, he can kick someone from the 1800s.
Yeah, I think that's accurate. If he has a flux capacitor in his butt.
But
Speaking of birds and Holt.
and but
Yes.
We're gonna be doing a really cool episode.
Yeah,
coming
we
up
started
very
talking
soon.
about that with
Oh,
Andrew,
that is-
and we still haven't talked to
did you
Birds.
guys
And
talk to yesterday? About
so
it?
Andrew was out at Orange Hat while we were out there
Yeah.
shooting some of our
It's gonna be-
stupidity. And
We've got a few exciting episodes. Should we tell them what we're gonna do at the end of the year? Or award show?
yeah. We're working on an award show. Like,
It's gonna be awesome.
yeah.
I think a little smaller than what the original plan was.
Yep.
It's gonna be more.
Well, the original one, yeah, that was. But we're gonna do like just, yeah,
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
it's gonna be a lot of fun. But we're gonna have like each of us have our favorite breweries of the year, favorite beers of the year, all different categories, best bathrooms.
Yeah.
Which I might know which one might not win right now.
They're very clean though.
Actually, Geezers will probably not win this year, even though they were on the list.
Oh, R.I.P. They had
yeah.
a great
we
bathroom.
could still.
By the
win.
way, again, I want to shout out that we haven't talked about it on the
We
podcast.
did on
Did we talk
the
about it?
Tri-Hop episode,
That,
but
we
I
did.
didn't post a whole lot for that
that's still very sad. I hate anytime we
That
lose
painting in
any
my
type
one. You
of
did.
anytime we lose any type of small business in general is
We
is
lost
sad.
2 in 1 month.
But losing a brewery is especially dear to us. So
and Marble City Ale House was.
They're still
hard.
open.
they're actually still open.
We
What,
talked to
I just
Jeffrey.
talked to Jeffrey. Yeah,
So they are still kicking it. They're just waiting on the right person.
to buy it. Yeah,
Yep.
Well, if anybody wants to send us, how much does it cost to buy it?
I don't
Ben
know.
Mooney, yes, go to the local Smoky. It's worth it.
Oh, dude, and tell us when you're going. We'll meet you out there.
He said one of his
Or
wife's
one of us will.
one of his wife's former students is a part of it. Well, they did a great job.
One of his wives?
One of his wife's former
Who
students.
said this? Ben?
Oh,
Ben
Ben
Mooney.
did. The way he instead of my no, he said that correctly. It just sounds.
You just said it.
It says one of my wife's former students.
Oh. I guess I'm so.
Not one of his wives' former
I
students.
think-
One of his current
I
wife's
think it's because
former
I'm so
students.
used to say that.
Losing geezers does suck.
Yeah.
And then Matthew will be at your show Thursday. Unless there's another Brandon Brewing. So he's there for Brandon's Brews.
Brandon's.
Oh, you're not there for the comedy. Okay, well, that's fine as well too.
The
I
beer's
mean,
great though.
whatever you need to do to get you out there, we'll.
I'm gonna have that blonde again.
And then the following week, the 22nd, I just booked Creekside again. So
Great job.
another late night show, and Chris will be hosting.
Yep.
And
When's
we've
that?
got July 22nd, Saturday night, 10:30 p.m. It's a late night show. We had about 60 people at the last one. But I'll also have
Oh, we don't have this
we
one.
got Beth Tompkins.
Yes.
Who runs a lot of
Actually, we're going to be a
comedy.
little female heavy on that one.
Yeah, and then Amanda Kroll.
Yeah.
Cool.
We're going to have a couple of
At
ladies out there.
10:30.
Yeah, 10:30 at night it starts.
It's a Saturday.
That's the place that my car broke down the
Yes.
last time, and I got stranded at 2 in the morning. Then
So you're going to need a ride, is what you're saying? Because you don't want to do that again.
That car is going to be dead.
Which is better, YouTube or Facebook to watch? Honestly, we would prefer for everybody to go to YouTube.
Yes.
We just know a lot more people do go to Facebook.
We're trying to accommodate everybody. We want you all to watch us and support us, and we've got a ton of followers
Can
on
I
Facebook.
say this?
But,
We've had more viewers on YouTube this time.
Really?
Yes. Watching
well,
it.
they're listening. They're
And a lot of them actually, I think, they've left Facebook, but everybody has consistently stayed on here. Now that I started chiming in.
Are we on Threads yet?
Threads? Well,
So,
I don't know what this is.
we actually are on Threads.
I
I
got
have posted a couple of things on there. So those of you that know what Threads is basically Facebook / Instagram's answer to Twitter.
Yeah,
It looks exactly the same,
it does.
and I probably hate it as much.
Yep.
And
I
he
think
was on Facebook.
I hate Twitter.
Sorry.
I hate Twitter. I've always hated Twitter.
I always
Not
have too.
I hated it before Elon Musk. I hate it after Elon
the
Musk.
dumbest-
It is vile. It is evil. It is a hateful place to just go to, and so I
just
don't want
like
to be
it
part
'cause
of
it's
it.
too short. I don't like short ones.
That's what she said. But so I'm mixed. I like being early on in Threads because I think we can build some followers through that if I continue posting. I just don't like it. I don't like it.
I don't either.
I don't like it.
It's an Instagram thing, right?
It's
Yeah.
an Instagram Twitter.
I opened an account and haven't done. I looked at it for about 3 minutes. I was like,
So you have to open up a new account.
Yeah, but it's
Well,
real-
technically you don't. What happened to me is I was on doing stuff for Waking Up in the Brewery, and I was prompted,
Okay.
and all I had to do was click the button, say, yeah, let's go to Threads, and then it allowed me to import all of our data from Instagram onto Threads.
Gotcha.
But it happened so fast. I mean, it was flooded, and there was some businesses, and I even made this comment, like, I'm probably going to unfollow a lot of people that we follow on Instagram just because some people felt like I have to post some comment every 5 minutes, and I was like, shut up. Nothing you do in this world is that important.
We do have a question for Matthew.
Yeah.
Who has the best loggers in Knoxville right now? What do you all think?
do I need to go take a break?
This is not his realm.
Yeah, here's what I will say.
Matt
No Wake Zone is a lager from Orange
I
Hat
did
that
drink.
Alex will drink.
I do like it. Yeah. I do
So
like it.
if that says anything about lagers,
There's not much that Brandon makes that I don't.
I
Correct.
do love the Torioso though.
That is
another
see, I
great
like-
Mexican lager.
I do
But
like that.
what we also liked, what was it? It's a School Night, which was their
That's a
Italian.
Pilsner.
Oh, that's right. It
It's
was
Pilsner.
Pilsner.
No, the Torioso, I did actually try it as the
Alliance
ashtray.
has a great lager.
Ashtray.
The ashtray for the first time. I will say my only criticism of that, I did not know how messy it was going to be. Because they don't
Is there
crack.
cigarette butts still in it?
Yes.
It's probably
But
not.
No,
I did
it's
not
not.
realize they didn't crack the can. And because I was trying to not get messy, I had to like dig my thumb into the can and got my hand like all the hot sauce.
So the
It was
ashtray
delicious.
version of the Torioso is served in a can, not in a glass. They take Cholula and they put it on the
But
top.
we're not even close on that.
Then-
Well, hot sauce
Well,
and-
then after they put the Cholula hot sauce, they sprinkle it with tagine, and then they put a lime wedge. And the problem, just like she said, is now you have to dig into that hot sauce and tagine to pop the can.
Do you guys, like, when y'all are at home and just sitting on the couch, do you each have like a thesaurus and y'all just read big words to each other? Like, is that what y'all
Oh,
do
no.
tonight?
No, she's just been around me so much.
Oh, you're just.
What did I say?
Well, he doesn't know Cholula or
No, it's
tagine.
No, I know
Both
those
of those
words.
are too
I
big
just
for
don't
him.
say them a lot.
Well, it was really good though. So,
He goes, this is good beer. I don't know what tagine and
Once
hot
you
sauce
crack it
are.
open
I know
and
what they
actually-
are.
I enjoyed it though. Once you got
I
everything
just
in
don't
there,
say them.
I liked after the experience. I liked how messy it was. I liked the flavor combo.
That's
It
what
was
I didn't
good.
get to taste that, and that's interesting to me. What I would rather be done, and this is, of course, I don't have to make any suggestions. Zool's doing everything right, but I would love to have a rimmed glass with salt and
You want a rim shot?
tagine with lime wedge
Yeah.
and maybe a dash of the or two of the hot sauce into the beer
Yeah.
on a glass, and then you're still getting the same ashtray flavoring,
So you want
but
the-
not as messy.
You want the chihuahua on the top
I want the Chihuahua on the top.
and the Tagine.
Tagine, yes.
You okay? Oh, you
No, I'm gonna
She's
get
checking
one
your
more.
beer, but that's fantastic, by the way, the Texas. It's got a maltier flavor than I expected
I'm gonna
to,
get
but it's
one
really,
more.
really good.
I'm gonna go back to synchronous. And get
Synchronous?
one more of those.
I'm going to take whatever beer comes in that size.
There's
Pick
multiple.
any one of them.
It's any of the lagers.
Pick any one of them.
do the same thing I did. The helicopter. Yeah.
The helicopter, yeah.
Alright.
You just wanted to
Thank
say that
you.
again. Thank you.
But yeah, lager wise, I mean, right now probably. I mean,
It's really hard to say, because like I said, Alliance has a really good lager.
they do.
The Velas Hellas goes without saying. Marty Velas created that at Smoky Mountain Brewery.
But isn't
It-
that Hellas?
Well,
It's
not
a Hellas, but it's not
Velas
Velas anymore. It's just a Hellas
yeah.
lager,
When he left
but
there,
it's
he
still
took his
Marty's
Velas.
recipe, and it's still good. I never recommend Smoky Mountain Brewery just because it's not my beers. I'd rather go to Fanatic.
They do have great food.
They've got good food, and honestly, their seasonal stuff is my favorite stuff from Smoky
I
Mountain
do like the
Brewery.
Cherokee Red, which is weird for me to like red.
Yeah, but
I've always liked that one.
honestly, if I had to pick a lager, it's probably between Alliance or Orange Hat.
No.
I'm gonna go Zool for Orange Hat.
Yeah, well, you love that Tory.
But I also, actually, Orange Hat has never let me down on lagers before.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna go with the Orange Hat because their shirt says lager, lager, lager.
Well,
lager,
I do
both.
like
I will
that
also
one.
say this about Orange Hat. Orange Hat is the best traditional brewing in Knoxville. You want mainstay traditional beers, you're not going to find anybody that does it better than Brandon.
Oh, he's phenomenal.
Like, you can get a good Hefeweizen that I would compare to Schultz-Brown's Hefeweizen. You can get so many lagers. They've got 4 lagers on right now.
Yeah.
But they do Pilsners, they do Hefes, they do your traditional stout. Like,
Yeah.
he does great stuff. I will tell you, this is one of the funniest things, and I had to rag Brandon a little bit about it yesterday. So Brandon came from Colorado and did a lot of beers out there. But when I first met him, he said he would never do a coconut beer.
Yeah.
And actually, to accent that, it was he would never do a coconut beer until the scar on his arm went away. So Brandon used to toast their own coconut. They would have an entire pan of coconut, and he would toast it. He's got a scar on his bicep from where he's
Oh,
burnt
really?
himself so many times from toasting coconut.
Huh.
And he's like, I will never do a coconut beer. He amended it to say, I will never do one until the scar goes away. However, he has a coconut beer out there on tap that he has done, and he still has a scar. So he has actually went away from that saying, and it's the Ryman,
Yeah.
which is one of my favorite beers that they've ever done. But it's the Ryman with coconut.
Yeah.
and it's on nitro as well.
I saw that.
So it's got a nice creamy texture.
Ryman's
It feels
fantastic.
lighter. Ryman is a great beer, but he does a Ryman with coconut, and so I had to give Brandon some crap about that, but
Matthew
it's a really
said
great
they
beer.
have some good comedy at Orange Head sometimes too.
Yeah, it probably won't happen this Thursday, but we'll see. You should come out and see if there's going to be good comedy at Orange Hat this
This
Thursday.
got posted the other day, yesterday, or today actually. Did you know that Schultz Brow ended up being the number 3 U.S. Brewery?
Yeah, not even just Beer Garden.
2023?
They're
Beer
number
Garden, not
3
beer.
in the nation
Yeah.
brewery.
Yep.
What? Where? Like what was
It
it?
was.
in?
They posted it. Let me see.
That's
so I can
awesome.
Make sure I've got that
Thank
correctly.
you.
Well,
They do bring a lot to the table.
Finally,
Thank you so much.
finally, I've been ordering these beers thinking I was going to get a big glass. They've been giving me these little ones, and Kayla's just
Now you
So
got.
they said,
uncontrollable.
we are so honored and excited at the recent rankings of this year's U.S. Open Beer Championship.
Oh, wow.
They placed 3rd in the nation.
That's insane.
Yeah.
for a beer in a tennis competition.
Well, and it looks like
The
too,
U.S. Opens, or is it golf?
They
Both.
they won a
They have that in both.
they won a bronze for their Oktoberfest Marzen. They won a silver for their Roggen beer. They
Oh.
won a gold. It looks like I can't see that. Yeah, a gold for their barrel aged Maibach, a gold for their Gratze,
Yep.
and then a bronze for their Hefe.
That's incredible.
So,
Congrats.
so 2 of those beers, though, are not made by anybody
They
that I know of.
2 golds for their barrel aged Maibach.
Well, their Maibach is
Even
Two
I like the
bronze.
Maibach.
the Maibach is my favorite beer.
And I'm
in
not a German
Knoxville.
beer drinker.
They're also known for having one of the best beer gardens in America.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's insane.
No, that is awesome.
The
Yeah.
Maibach at Schultz Brow is, first of all, the Maibach is one of my favorite styles. It's fairly light, but you get the malty, bold flavors. But nobody that I know of does it better than Schultz Brow.
Yeah.
And then they barrel aged that this year. I was in heaven because give me anything barrel aged or nitro and I'm down for it.
See,
But
I'm the opposite, but that's.
But
I'm
the-
weird on barrel aged.
I'm not a big fan.
the Gratzer and the Roggen beer are both beer styles that have been pretty much expired. Like nobody makes them. Nobody. And when they did their Ritterfest, when they did the whole medieval thing,
Yeah, that was great.
they brought out those 2 beers, which haven't been made since the 1800s, and they made both of those specifically for the Ritterfest, and they're still fantastic, and they're still selling it. So you can get both of those beers at Schultz
Which is
Brow,
wild that
and
Schultz
now
Brow
they're
made
metal.
those in the 1800s, and then they came back and made
Right.
it again.
Yes. Well, honestly, the owner out there, he's probably as old as that. Like he's
Wolfgang.
from the 1800s, right?
Ooh, wasp.
Okay.
Sorry.
So yeah, Wolfgang is probably from the 1800s.
I love
It's
Wolfgang.
probably been brewing beer since the 1800s. But seriously, guys, you want the feel of Germany?
Yeah.
Go sit in that beer garden.
It'll blow
And
your mind.
regardless how hot it is, they've got misters out there
Oh,
that
it's
they'll
insane.
turn on and cool you off, and
Yeah.
it's a great experience.
It is, and I mean, you got to imagine we've got over 30 breweries in Knoxville alone.
Yes.
And then multiply that by the country, and they're ranked number 3.
Yes.
That's
It's
insane.
incredible.
Yes.
We got married there.
We did get married
And
though.
yeah.
Which is in
Alex is in comedy there. Well, it's class.
No, I've done a show
Have
there.
you done a show there? Oh, it was back
I've
when
got
they first
video
opened,
of it.
right?
Yeah. I paid a guy to do video of it, and there's a bar in the middle.
Oh. Just like this.
honestly, what we should do is we should make the Waking Up in a Brewery Knoxville Beer one-day tour
Oh my god.
and put this together. And then anytime you guys that are from not inside of Knoxville, or you can try it inside of Knoxville, and we literally have a list of breweries from top to bottom that you have to go to.
Yeah.
You drop in for a day, you hit up 5 breweries, and
Yeah,
You're
we
out.
We could group them.
yeah. Alex will do a walking tour where he tells you funny jokes and entertains you, and then I'll actually do some random storytelling about the history of the beer that you're
We
drinking.
could also support another business that does that.
Oh, there is another business that
Go
does
check
this.
out Knox
Yes,
Brew Tours.
Knox Brew
They
Tours.
actually do have a walking tour now.
It's actually fantastic.
Oh, I thought you just meant we should just do a video of all the breweries.
Oh,
and
that
video.
that could be something. No, I wasn't talking about doing that. I literally, Kayla picked up on the lead in. Knox Brew Hub is one of our favorite places in Knoxville. Zach and the family out there
Oh, yeah.
do so much fun. You can get on a bus tour with them or a walking tour.
And they're doing out west too. So
Yeah, they've now moved the bus out here.
What I like about Knox Brew Hub too is they got that sign up there that's got all the arrows that point to which
Yeah,
way
if
the
you go
breweries are
into
all.
Knox Brew Hub, they literally tell you which direction to walk
our
from their
8-year-old
location
knows now.
and how many miles from where
They
they're
even have
at to find it.
Gatlinburg Brewing Company on there.
They do.
Yeah, and
it
it's
shows you,
way
like-
out.
And
Yeah.
then same with Clinch River. They've
Yeah,
got one
Clinch
there.
River.
But our 8-year-old will go in there and go, we've been there, we've been there,
Yeah.
we've been here. And she'll go, look how far they are. Like, she knows.
Yeah.
She recognizes them.
And by the way, my 8-year-old who can't drink also loves when I tell her we're going to a brewery you've never been to, and she's like, "Oh yeah?"
Yeah.
Like she got excited when we went to try out.
Yeah.
She loves going to explore new places, which fits
Make
right
it
in
bored
with
in
us.
30 minutes.
Oh yeah,
Really
she's
shows.
you're giving her more credit. She's usually bored within 5 minutes.
That's true.
Whenever we do this show, I'm bored in the first minute. So
Oh. Well, on that note,
I'm just kidding.
He's barely
It
kidding.
usually.
He's barely kidding.
at least 10. But we've done a pretty decent show.
Yeah.
I think it's
Talked
time
about
to-
chihuahuas.
And
On top of a beer.
titties. Tahini.
Oh, the kids are gone now. She's like, all right, here we go.
Yeah,
Titties.
Kayla is turning loose now.
We were trying to be PG because there was one child.
We
out
could
here.
never be PG. PG, he's got his own sound.
He's
And
not-
if you want to hear it, you come out Thursday night.
The old man. He is.
For the older audiences, like Matthew Eckert, PG sounds like Wolfgang or
Puck.
Wolfman Jack.
PG's like, yeah, what's up, gang? What's
He's
up?
so funny. But he's got such an interesting sound
Yeah.
for a Jew.
Wow, okay.
He's Jewish. And it's funny.
Right.
No, because he's super tall, which Jewish people generally
Oh, okay. Well, we
are.
are
And
closing out. So, as always, I have
I'm
no
messing
idea.
with PG.
Come
But yes,
check
come
out
see him.
the show on Thursday. Come check out Open Mic tonight as well.
Yes.
Crafty Bastard West.
Yeah, should have a Ray will be there.
No, he
What?
was there last time.
Ray
awesome.
Ford will be there.
When?
And actually, when's your next class?
September.
So if you guys, of course, want to
Oh.
learn the beings of
I do have
this-
other big news. It's not great, but it's not bad. I canceled my whole tour. It's over.
Well, to help Alex pay for what he lost from the comedy tour, sign up for his comedy class.
Yeah.
He'll teach you how to go on tour.
Oh no, he can't teach that. He can teach you where to drive for it, but he can't teach you to be funny when you get there.
No, but
I
seriously.
just can't teach you how to get your car to go there. That's
Right,
That's
that's
the other problem I
If
have.
you need help with, if you're interested in comedy, you want to do more of a public speaking class,
Yep.
you want to have a reason, like you say, to go and get away from your family and life, go drink, hang out with people that have the same interests as you.
And if
same
you want to help
depression.
fund Alex getting a new car, because honestly, I don't know how long the Cavalier is going to last. Oh wait, it's a Cruise, which is the exact same thing as a Cavalier.
That still, which is the irony, because you made that joke to me before. 30 years ago, my first car when I was 14 was a Cavalier.
Yeah.
And then exactly 30 years later, when I'm 44, I get the Cruise. And
Which
Chris
is-
is like, you got a Cavalier with a CD player now.
Yeah.
And I was like, shit.
It's the exact
Did
same
not
car.
realize it.
So
My
funny.
my Cavalier is probably still running. This
Probably.
Cruise,
Absolutely.
it's probably better than it was a box. It was the square Cavalier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The 84.
Yeah.
It's probably still running, and that thing.
But we, of course, thank you for listening today. It's been a beautiful day, beautiful location. Come
Yeah.
check out the Abridged headquarters location
Yes.
Yeah.
off of Cedar Bluff and North Peters out here.
Eat their food,
Eat
drink
the
their
food.
beer.
Yeah, beer's fantastic. Get the big
Oh,
glasses.
I'm getting food.
Oh, and one more thing. We need you to go, starting today, I think it runs through the 17th, go to our page, click on the link for the current awards, vote for us
Yep.
as the best podcast. Well, not even best podcast, best show.
That's
And
Because we're up against radio
what's the category
It's
called?
under-
It's radio personality / show. So
Yeah.
it's for the personality, for the show.
How in the hell did we make it in the top 5? I'm blown
it's
away.
one vote per email. So even if you've got a fake email, use it for us.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
take that.
We'll
We'll
take it.
take anything you can get. But it's a vote for podcasts. It's a vote for Knoxville comedy. Because you're
We know
literally
the
telling them,
And we know the shows we're against. They've been on the radio for years. And
Absolutely.
they do a fantastic job. They've got a following. They know who they are.
well,
We
even
support them for that. But
even more than that, there's some great podcasts. Like Knox Brew Hub has a great podcast.
Guess who
Like I
voted?
said,
Thank you. He may not have voted for us, but he did vote on the page.
yeah, he voted just
He's
not
like
for us.
Mark and Kim.
Yeah. There are some
I love
great
Mark.
podcasts in Knoxville. There's some great comedians. But what we really want to do is, if we can win this award, this is what how I visualize it. If we can win this award, that allows us to go, you know what? Podcasts deserve their own category in the voting. Comedians deserve their own category in the voting. So we want to.
Nudists, streakers, all deserve our own. Wait,
Well, there's a lot of different entertainment. We won't say it. But Knoxville is more than just these radio stations. First of all, podcasting is a growing thing.
It is.
Comedy in Knoxville is some of the best stuff you're going to find, and it's growing. But we need your help, and we need your vote. So when you vote on this, and that lets them know what a comedy podcast, can go up against these syndicated radio shows, that's just what you want, and that we can get more of it, and then they should create categories for this going
Yeah,
forward.
and here's the thing. I know we may not win this year. Totally fine. Oh,
I don't expect us to win, but
it creates something for the next year, and
Yes.
the year to follow, and it sets a standard of we expect. Oh, we lost the audio.
oh,
maybe we did.
I was going to
No,
say.
It's still here.
the computer died.
Oh,
Yeah.
Right when I said,
so we're still able to
I was going to say
talk
we should-
live though.
We should start a codcast where it's just wieners.
Wow.
I don't know if that's accurate, but please go on there.
Bears kicking.
Starting today is the first day of voting. I think it runs through the 17th,
I'm starting codcast.
and we need all the votes that we can get. So also share that with your friends and family and get them to vote. And yeah, just help us out. Let's see if we can beat these radio stations. That would be fantastic. And there's a chance you can win $250. So, anyway,
Check out codcast.com.
Oh,
We're
sorry,
talking about
Matthew.
wieners from the 1800s.
Matthew thought I lost audio completely. I lost it on our podcast, but I brought it up on my phone. So thank you for the feedback, though. He can hear
Yeah.
us nicely, and he voted. So thank you guys.
for what, Knox Brew Hub, or
They weren't on there.
he probably went for Figure Bang.
Either way, you know
Shawn
what?
Deals.
Supporting local.
Yes,
thank
no,
you.
absolutely. Like I said, I mentioned at the beginning of the show, there's other podcasts like Abracadabra that Danny Whitson does, Figure Bang that another comedian, Shawn Dills, does. There's the Knox Brew Hub podcast. There's the Mayor's Report podcast.
We do it because we love it.
We do love it, and we are now in the position to bring attention for all podcasts and all comedians. So go on there and
And
vote for this.
filmmakers.
Yes.
And filmmakers apparently now. So
And if you want to go to that, I don't know if they're doing tickets for it.
they are.
They are
They
doing
will be
tickets.
selling tickets
That
to
is
the
for
general public.
August 12th,
Yep.
Yeah.
At Central Cinema.
a week before, a
Are we
week
dressing
after
up? Do we
my
have to wear
birthday,
tuxes?
and a couple days
Should we wear tuxes?
We should wear shirts that look like tuxes.
or
Okay, no.
or Spider-Man shirts. Do the double trouble.
We
thing.
should just go ahead and
Spider-Man
do
You
those.
could do that.
Spider-Man tuxes.
Oh,
The whole
Uh, if-
suit that looks like they probably are expensive.
If my wife would help me get one of those, I'd all the way do it. But at the minimum, we should wear the outfits that we wear in the show. So we're both in the Spider-Man shirt
Oh,
and
God, do I have
and
to,
yeah,
I'm not doing that public.
yeah. You already did.
My hair's
And they're all gonna see
I
it.
gotta have my good hair on.
They're not going to recognize you without it. Trust me, I've been wearing that hat since the beginning of the show, and when I take it off and go to a brewery that knows me,
I'm not
They
going
still
to
don't know
some
me.
red carpeted event with my hair not out. There ain't no way in
it's
hell.
at best a brown carpet event.
all right, guys. Well,
I will wear a Spider-Man shirt.
August 12th, go check out Central Cinema's site. They may have tickets for it.
They will.
It will go
You
quick.
can also
There's-
find it at Film Fest,
Yes.
Knoxville Comedy Film Fest 3.
Yeah.
But
And follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all that. Because
More
Yeah.
we got
videos
more
to come.
videos. So we're going to start a whole series of shorts.
It
Just
became a
like
little
Waking
niche
Up in a
for
Brewery
us.
presents shorts. and
it's going to be hilarious.
it's gonna be-
But thank you.
Well,
guys
it's going to
for
be mildly funny.
Thank you guys for chiming in. We could go on probably for hours about this.
But
We'll save it
instead,
Thanks for honking.
for next week, which we will see you next Tuesday.
yeah.
And we hope you
That
have
was
a wonderful week. And cheers.
You want to drink us out?
I'm going to
My
drink it
big
out.
beer.
All right, guys. We'll see you next week.
See you next
Come
Tuesday.
out tonight.
Yeah, come. Open mic.
Okay, we're going to see Mission Impossible next.